Hello and welcome. My name is Claire O'Brien and this is my Scrivener picture book template tutorial. I'm going to start off by looking at how to open it on a PC. If we right click on the link on my blog, save as, it will open the dialog and we can tell the PC where to save the file. On this occasion we'll save it to the desktop and then we can move it to a location where you do your writing. And I'm going to use a piece of software called WinRAR to open the zip file. Windows can open them itself, but I use WinRAR. It's free, so you can just download it from their website. So I've right clicked on the WinRAR zip file and I'm going to extract the files and just tell it to extract to the desktop. You are given the opportunity to save it wherever you wish, but as I've said, I'll save it to the desktop. Okay, it's extracted and there we see it there with the Scrivener icon, and if we open it up, you can see it's made up of files. The project.scrivex is what we actually use to write in, but it's got snapshots, settings. So Scrivener document is actually a file, a folder full of different files. And here on my PC I would save it to children's picture books where I write, but you can save it to a location wherever you need to. And you would just drag your folder across to your writing folder. And we would double click and open it. I'm using a trial version of Scrivener on my PC, but here we can see it's opened up. We've got the Corkboard view there and it looks pretty much like the Mac, not as pretty, but there you go. Next I'll talk you through all the different components, but we'll do it on the Mac because it's faster and more pretty. This is the layout that you'll see when you open the picture book template in Scrivener. On the left we have the binder, which stores each document. In the middle we have the editor, which is where you do most of your writing. And on the right we have the inspector, which is where you will find information about your documents, and you can also add information there. This is the composer view, and which we're in now, and if you click on this one, this is the Corkboard view. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to demonstrate the binder window for you, which is this window on the left where I'm highlighting these documents. I'm highlighting these by command clicking on each one, and you can do this on a PC by control clicking. The picture book template is made up of a title page, spread pages and some untitled documents. The untitled documents have all got text written inside of them, and this is where you do your actual writing for the picture book. Okay, let's talk about the editor. First of all, if you notice on the left in the binder, I've got everything selected from the title page down to the last untitled document. And this means that all of these documents in the binder that make up the manuscript are highlighted. And the top right, we've got the word count. When you submit your manuscript to an agent or publisher, they need to know how many words are there. And on the left here, we've got space for you to input your name, your address, telephone and email so that they can get back to you. Here we have title written in caps. This is where you replace that with the title of your manuscript. Then we have by you, your name. So with everything selected in the binder, we have all of the spread headings within the document. There are 14 spread in a 32-page picture book, and the page numbers are listed there. This just helps you when you're writing to know where to pace your story and imagine the page turns. As I said earlier, where the word text is written, this is where you do your actual writing of your manuscript. Then we come to the bottom of the manuscript and it has the end written there. The Corkboard view in Scrivener is a great way for planning out your story. What it does is it uses index cards, and here in my picture book template, if you select from the first spread document down to the last untitled document, it will select all of these documents as an index card. The index cards with the blue right hand corners are the spreads, and on them we have some prompts. The index cards with the pink right hand corners correspond to the text documents in the manuscript. So the prompts on here, we've got things like introduce your main character, build up the tension, introduce the problem. They always have a first try of solving this problem, a second try, and a third try. The rule of threes in picture books is always used. And then obviously your character goes on to solve the problem itself, and there's climax and consequences, and is there a twist in the tale at the end. Each index card in the corkboard is linked to the synopsis here on the right hand side of the screen, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in the next section. Okay, let's demonstrate the synopsis. This can be found in the top right hand side of the inspector window, and here I am just typing in the document once upon a time. This is our story start, and I'm typing in this untitled document here. But if I just select the picture book template once more and click back on once upon a time, I can now show you how this corresponds to the synopsis. That button there in the top right hand side brings your text into the synopsis, and then you can also type your own title in there, and this is useful for when you're using the corkboard view, for when you're using your index cards. So if we have a quick look at what that looks like now in the corkboard view, I'm selecting all of the documents from the first spread down to the untitled documents so that all of these index cards are lined up. So there we have our prompts on the left, and here's the untitled document that we were just working in, and you can see it's got the text that we wrote, that we brought in via the synopsis, and it's also got that title of story start. But if you change something here in the index card, and you'll see changes in the synopsis, but if we go back in to our composer view, it hasn't changed there at all. So this is what you have to be aware of. If you change something in the synopsis, it doesn't change in the manuscript. So you can use it as a reminder, and you could copy and paste back into the manuscript, or you may not even want to do anything with it. You may just want to have different things written there. Once you've finished your manuscript, you need to compile it, ready for email or for print. So if you go up to File, Compile, and this brings up a dialog. I've automatically selected all of the parts of the manuscript that you need to feature in there, which is basically the title page, all of the untitled documents, and everything else. The spread headings aren't included. And it's set up for publishing, so it will have the correct indentations. And if we look at page settings next, in the center I've put the page numbers. In the top right, it automatically puts your project title. I've formatted it for Times New Roman 12 point, which is the standard. When you're ready, you would just hit compile, and that will generate your document. Okay, so if you like this template and you want to keep using it, you might want to save it as a template yourself by going to File, Save As, Template. And here you can just leave the name as it was with my credit on there, and I've got a little description, an annotated 14 spread picture book template, Times New Roman 12-point font, US letter paper if you're using the US version, and created by me, my website address. I've labelled it as a manuscript icon, and then it tells you that it'll say be saved in the application support folder, and you would just click OK on that. So that means it will then become a saved template for you, which if you want to use it on every picture book that you would write, you would then just choose that when you go to File, New Project, and Scrivener will give you an option of templates. I've saved it in fiction, I assume you will too, and you would just point to it in the options that you have. There it is, picture book, or I've also got the picture book template by Claire O'Brien, and you would give your new project the title of your picture book that you're working on, and then just create it from there. So thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope that it was useful to you. If it was, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting more videos soon. Thank you, and best of luck with your writing. All the best.